Good morning. It's good to see you. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. Hey, Valerie. Good morning. Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet, and this is our Wednesday WIP edition. And so on Wednesdays, we are going to get our WIPs ready, and we're going to crochet together, and we're going to chat, and we're just going to have a good old time completing some projects together, drinking some coffee. This is my Crochet Therapy tumbler that I got from the Glistening Tumbler. And she's on Facebook, and I'll put the link down below after the live. So I hope everybody's well. I'm going to drink a little bit of coffee. Good coffee. Nice and hot still. And it's hot, even though I filled this up at 5:30 this morning, 5:45 really. But it's still hot because it's in this tumbler. Yay. And I love that. I love it, love it. So let me see. There we go. Okay. I've got that going. And so it is so nice to see you. Hey, Robin. Good morning. Good morning. So how's your weather this morning? Mine is in the 50s, and it's going to be in the 50s all day today. Hey! Which is really great for Florida because, I would even be, good morning, Mary. I would even be okay with having, let me turn that off. I have the television on, which I thought, well, I'll set that up, and then I'll be able to see the screen and see all of the chats a little bit better, but it's not working. It's not working. All it's doing is distracting me, and I can see myself in the corner of my eye, and oh, it's 26 there, Robin, and that's 26 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's below freezing. Woo, woo, woo. Oh my goodness. Do you have snow? Oh, good morning, Kelly. It's good to see you. Good to see you. So, I have my WIP ready to crochet, and I'm so excited because it's the blanket that I've been working on. And now, I never knew that when I started this, this scrap bag, that I would fall in love with scrap crochet so much. I am, 28 degrees there. Ooh, Mary. Okay. Robin says no snow, maybe next week. Okay. Well, fingers crossed. Because, snow is awesome. You get to go sledding. You get to make snowmen and just have a whole bunch of fun. Snow angels. Anyway, I never realized that when I started this scrap scrap yarn bag, how much I would just fall in love with the way it works up. The last time I made a scrap yarn bag, I actually only used 2 colors, and I used it the whole way through. And it was very pretty, and I got lots of compliments on it. It's this one right here, which is full and lumpy right now because it has my scrap gan in it. And so anyway, I just didn't realize how much I would love the way the colors just change, and they just take on a life of their own. And I am so in love with that. So in love with that. So yeah, I am really, North Carolina is up to 30 degrees Fahrenheit now. Ooh, you're getting a little warm freeze. I mean, a warm front. Still cold. Very cold. Still below freezing. But anyway, yeah, we're in the 50s, so it feels wonderful to me. 12:46 p.m. and 10 degrees, and that's 10 degrees Celsius. And that's Gloria, and she's in the UK, and she says, hope you're okay. Everyone, hope you're okay. So, yep, we're doing okay. We're hanging in there, doing what we can and not doing what we can't. I sure hope. Whoopsie. Well, I just had a whip overboard. Whip overboard. So yeah, I'm gonna work on my scrap can today. Let me get this up off the floor, and I'm gonna set up a better visual for us next time for next Wednesday. Maybe it'll be nice. I'm sure it's nice on the deck right now, but well, let's see. How am I going to do this? There we go. We're going to do it that way. So maybe I can actually sit back far enough so that you guys can see what I'm working on. Because right now I feel like you're right on top of me, and you kind of are. So if I sit back a little, maybe you can see what I'm working on. But it's so much nicer when you can actually see what someone is crocheting. I really like that. So I've got my scrapkin here, and let me see, what row am I on? I am on the single crochet row. Like I said, I just, I just changed it up. Every other row I would do a single crochet, and then the next row I would do a half double crochet. And I just kept doing that, because I like the tightness of the single crochet. That's really good, because I want this blanket to be warm. And and then I like the flexibility and the softness and the squishiness of the half double crochet. So let's see. Oh, okay, Mary. Mary says she needs to make one. Let's see. And Brenda, nice to see you. Hello. So, yeah. So let me see. Maybe I can do this. Hello. And you can see my cords, and you can see my crochet. So what is everybody up to today? I have kind of a busy day today. For the first time ever. Hey, Squish. Nice to see you. Yes. Good evening to you, and thank you for the good morning. It's good to see you. We are doing a WIP Wednesday. What's on your hook? And we're crocheting together. And yes, I have my head cut off, but that's so that you guys can see my crochet. And usually when I hold this, if I'm on the sofa and I hold this the right way, I usually, with this hook, this is an L 8mm clover hook. And let me show it to you. I love this hook. Let me see. Is it this way or this way? I love this hook. Let me see if you can see it. Yep. It is amazing. This hook is the perfect size for this lapgan, for this scrap blanket that I'm doing. And I'm just in love with those colors too. So I don't know if the colors are coming through properly, but yeah, when I get going with this, because of this size of a hook, I can really, really get it going. But right now I'm fighting with it falling on the floor and the tension because it just wants to go everywhere. Usually I'm on the sofa and I have it laying next to me, and I'm not having to hold all of it in my hands. But yeah, so it's really, really quick and really easy. And I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. So let's see. Oh, Mary is working on making roses for a wreath. That's really nice. That's really nice. Oh, Squish has just finished her third Fisherman's Ring square, and she loves it. And you've almost got it memorized. Yeah, it's not so bad. It's once you do them and do them and do them, then you start to memorize the stitches. Every now and then I go, oh, let me just make sure, and I go check really quick. But most of the time I do have it memorized too. Of course, I haven't made one in a couple weeks, so I would have to refresh my memory. Oh, Gloria is moving a family member to a new apartment. She has a pin cushion on her hook to ease the stress for an hour. Good for you, Gloria. Good for you. Good morning, Carla. It's nice to see you. Oh, and Brenda has a shawl on her hook. So that's awesome. I love that. I love that. So let's get cracking, my crochet friends. Let's get cracking so we can get a lot done in this time that we're spending together and talking with one another. Gosh, I want to tell you what I made for dinner last night. And I know that this is not crochet related, but it was pretty good. And it was very easy. So I don't know if in your region, if you have frozen cheese ravioli. And I know if you're Italian, you're going, why did you get frozen? Why didn't you make your own? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I'm lazy. And I'm not Italian. But I'm lazy mostly. That's why. And because I want quick and easy. So instead of making a lasagna, I made it just like a lasagna, only I layered, instead of lasagna noodles, I layered the frozen ravioli. And it was cheese ravioli. So I like that because then you can control what kind of meat goes into your dish. I personally don't care for mystery meat in my ravioli. If I want a meat ravioli, then I would make it from scratch. But I do like the cheese ravioli. And so then I took my 100% Angus beef, ground beef, and cooked, that was cooked up because remember, I told you my mom had cooked up like pounds and pounds and pounds of it. So there were some in the freezer. I thawed that out and layered that on with some more cheeses and sauce. And I just layered it really, really good and baked it until it was all bubbly. Boy, was that good. And, we had some garlic bread with it. And wow, it was so easy to put together. It was so easy to put together and very quick. And then you stick it in the oven and you just wait an hour. So if you ever need something like that, just prepare ahead. I ordered we order our groceries through Walmart and for pickup. So we don't actually go in and shop. And so I ordered the ravioli, the frozen ravioli, quite a while ago, like probably about a month ago. It was well before Christmas. And so they've been in the freezer since then. And so last night I was really tired and I just thought, I don't feel like doing anything fancy. And even though this turned out fancy and it looked good and it tasted amazing, it really was not any effort on my part. So I really love that. I really love that. Yeah. And so easy. Definitely. Oh, Valerie is cooking breakfast for her patient. So then after you can work on a lacy shawl. Oh, good for you, Valerie. That's really neat. And let's see. Yeah, Robin, it was really good. It was quick. It was super quick. And with everything already made, I mean, it helped that my mom had already cooked the meat. So, and instead of like mixing it into the sauce, I just layered, and then I just layered all the meat in one layer. It was ground beef. And so it was nice because then when we dipped it out, you could just see the meat. So for my meat loving family members, that was good because they were like, score, I'm getting lots of meat. And then for the rest of us, it was just like, hey, that's good. There's some meat in there. But, you know, I mean, some of the family members, they really want their meat. And so if it's hidden in there, then they sometimes feel a little ripped off. So anyway, uh, mystery meat, right, Gloria? No way. No way. Yeah, easy cook in a fast kitchen. Exactly. You got it. You got it, sister. Because we don't have time to be slaving over the stove. And, it's kind of funny because before we moved, um, with my depression and anxiety and everything, and I was just having a really hard time being motivated to cook. My husband and I, my husband is so sweet. You guys know that. And so he basically would eat whatever I would give him. And unfortunately, it was a lot of um, frozen Stouffer's and stuff like that, and easy stuff like that. But since moving here, moving in with mom and dad, while we're, all in the interim and everything, it's been my job to cook dinner. And I've really enjoyed it. And a lot of times mom will be in the kitchen with me helping, and it's really helped to motivate me a little more. And so I'm doing different things. And so that's really good. And mom still cooks a little bit. The other day she made something that was that she hadn't made in like 40 years or something, and it was an old recipe that she had, and it was for a barbecue beef, and everything was homemade. And then it called for chili sauce. Well, we didn't have any chili sauce, so I looked it up on the internet and I made my own homemade chili sauce, and that was fun. So I made the chili sauce for it, and then she made everything else. Oh, it is 8 o'clock on my end. My alarm just went off. And so, we're just having fun in the kitchen. Plus, we have all that meat. So I feel like, I don't have any excuse for not, um, finding something to cook. But anyway, let's see. Oh, okay. So anyway, yeah. Yeah, no, we don't want any mystery meat in our ravioli. That is for sure. Oh, good. I thought maybe I was doing this one wrong, but no, this one is the half double crochet row. Let me make sure, because with me talking, I may have done some single crochets. Oh boy, let me see. No, I think I did all half double crochet. Does that look like all half double? Yes. Oh, I can't be trusted to talk and do something at the same time. Goodness. So anyway, yeah, I enjoyed that, and we have leftovers. So, and then the night before that, I shared on my Facebook page a recipe, and it was for chicken, rice, and broccoli, and that was really good. That was really good. So, of course, I adapted it just a little bit. It didn't have enough. It had very sparse amount of rice, and so I added a little more rice and a little more of the sour cream and cream of mushroom soup, but because I added the extra rice, and I doubled the broccoli in it, and nobody complained because it was really good. So um, we take our help where we can find it. That's for sure. So I'm liking this color that's coming out on my hook right now. It's kind of, I'm using a gray, and then I'm using this color right here. Gosh, let me see if that's coming through. I don't know if it is. It has a light baby blue. It has a slight yellowish color. It has like a purpley, and anyway, it's very zen. Let's see. Oh, yes. PJ, good morning. Morning, Kathleen. And Gloria says, Yarn Friends, depression and anxiety is no respecter of persons, status, or profession. Yes. Okay. And she's been diagnosed with PTSD from a relationship. Yeah. Yeah. Lots of us. Thank you. Thank you very much for the kind words, Gloria. Thank you very much. I've determined to be open and honest because I think that there's too much of a stigma, and I've seen it in people's eyes when I talk about it. And, they look like, oh, why did you say that? Or, oh, why did you share that? Um, like, at one point, I was in therapy pretty regular, and until they stopped taking insurance, which was really very not cool of them. But anyway, um, so, anyway, and then I would see it in the eyes of people like, "Ooh, that's personal. Why are you sharing that?" Well, because there's a stigma and because of the way that your eyes are looking right now. Like, why are you talking about that? That's personal. No, we need to talk about these things because people need to know that they're not alone and they need to know that it's okay and that you can be a productive member of society and still feel feelings. And sometimes those feelings are not pleasant and it's okay. You can work through them as long as you know, get help, as long as you seek the help of professionals and do what you can to manage your stress and your PTSD, then you're going to be okay. And, you know, people need to know that. They need to know that. And there are too many silent sufferers out there. And so, yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So, I struggle every day with crawling back in bed and sleeping all day long. Every day. I struggle with that. And so, you guys, being here for me is helping me. And so I want to thank you for that because you motivate me to get out of bed and to, brush my teeth and to put a little bit of makeup on maybe some days and some days not. Some days that's even too much. But you do what you can. And just like with the cooking part, I wasn't cooking and now I am. So this has been a very positive thing, a positive move for me. And my husband is seeing it too. There's still a lot of things that I deal with. And so deal with it, I do. And that's all we can do. So hey, Lori. Oh, crochet helps her deal with physical pain. That's so good, Lori. Yeah, Kelly, hiding makes it worse. You are absolutely right. Yeah. And thanks, Squish. It is okay to talk about it. Yeah. Um, oh, PJ says I crochet fast. And I'm actually slowed down right now because like I said, I'm holding up my work. I feel like I'm holding up my whole work. If I have it sitting and resting, then I'm even faster. But I've been crocheting for a long time. And like I said, this work works up so fast because of the hook and because I'm not searching for, I'm not searching for the stitches. It's just it's just slipping right in. So anyway, yeah, I really like it. Brenda, oh, you're very thankful for sharing and everyone that does share. Yes. Yes. And God bless you too, Brenda. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. And this is a safe place. So you are okay here. And let me tell you, not a worry. Don't worry about any of it. And I'm really proud of you for sharing because, it's the struggle is, I know it's like a saying right now, the struggle is real, but the struggle is real and it manifests in so many different ways. So, and there are people who have been struggling with it their whole lives and never had anyone validate their feelings or help them in any way to deal with the depression. They didn't have any support system. They just had to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and, get on with life. And kudos to you because you are a very strong person if you have done that. And, so anyway, I am really loving this blanket. I'm hoping it's like, I feel like I'm racing to the finish, I really feel like I'm racing to the finish on this blanket. And the thing is, this blanket, I'm designing this for when we move to Tennessee because it is going to be cold there. And I want us all on all of our beds to have extra warm blankets. And so it just makes me feel so good that we're going to have some blankets that I made for our beds. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, Gloria, we're so glad that you're here, Gloria. And thank you, Squish, for that affirmation, because it's true. It is absolutely true. And yeah. So anyway, so I've got a kind of a busy day today. I have a date with my mom to take her. We are actually going to go into, and you know how I feel about this, into Walmart. So we'll see how long I last. We'll see how long I last. And thanks for the hugs, Lori. Thank you. And yeah, so anyway, there's some things that she needs to pick up that are not available on the, the Walmart pickup for the food. So anyway, so we'll go in and we'll see what we can see, and then we're going to go get Chinese food for lunch, because that's one of our favorites. And we'll bring some home for Dad and for my husband, and that'll be fun. So that'll be really fun. Hey, and I don't know where you're at, but Ollie's is a store, and I've never been in it, but there's one in my county. It's on the other side of the county, and I've never been in it, but I saw an ad yesterday, and they had Red Heart with Love, or Red Heart. It was one of those. It's not the Super Saver, but it was the softer yarn, and they had that $1.99 a skein. So if you have, I don't know if you have an Ollie's where you're at, but if you do, you might want to check it out. I am not going to check it out because I know what will happen if I go there, and $1.99 a skein. Yeah. Well, they have the Red Heart with Love, but there's a new name too, Kelly, and it's called like Red Heart Expressions, or I don't know. It's something a little bit different than with Love, but it looked just like the Red Heart with Love. And but anyway, yeah. So they have it for $1.99 a skein, and woo. But I had ordered some books, and they came in, and so I'll be doing a book review. Not sure when that will come out, but the couple books that I got, they looked really interesting, and so I'm going to try a couple, things out of it and just see how it comes out. And I'm not sure if the tutorial is going to come out tomorrow, or just the regular weekly tutorial, or I might skip the regular weekly tutorial because Friday is when our crochet along square comes out. And that's the one where, I've bought all the yellow and the gray for the 2021 Pantone color of the year. And I've worked up a couple squares already, and I'm really excited about it. And I can't wait to see how they all come together. Now, I am doing my best to make these squares as uniform in size as possible. But it's possible that we may need to do, like, on one or two of them, like an extra row of like single crochet, just to bring it to the right size. Or we may just have to work it out when we're putting them together. So, okay, so you have an Ollie's there. Nice. And that's great. If it's right next to Joann's, yeah, go on in and see. Because from what I understand, like, I know one other time they had Premier, it was the Premier puzzle yarn, which is a thicker 5-weight yarn, and they had that for $2.99 a skein. And what a deal that was, because that's usually in the $7 range. So yeah, that was pretty good. So you never know what they might have, but if you do have an Ollie's, check them out. You know, I like to share, I like to share deals with you because, um, you know, we gotta share these deals so we can have some yarn. We need yarn. Definitely. So I'm getting close to the end of the variegated and actually close to the end of the gray. I'm hoping that I don't run out of both at the same time because I don't want to have like a real hard change in um, you know, in my colorway. Um, so Kelly, you love the puzzle yarn. I love puzzle yarn. You're working a sweater with the puzzle yarn. Oh my gosh, what color are you using? Do tell, because I love that yarn too. It's so squishy and soft, and I've made a couple hats with it, and but I can't even fathom the softness of a sweater. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Robin, did you ever get finished that sweater for your granddaughter? Are you still working on it? I know you shared a picture with me and it was so gorgeous. Can't wait to see it when it's done. I know you'll share it to our Facebook page when it's done. So, aqua mint, domino, nice, nice. That is awesome. I think I made a hat with that. Aqua and mint. Yeah, pretty sure I did. Okay, next row. So I'm going to have to lay this blanket out on my king size bed and see how far it goes across because I might be surprised. It might fit on the top of it. I don't know. But yeah, I'm liking the colors. I don't know if I should change this gray or not. One long sleeve to do. Oh, yes. Okay. Nice. Nice. So you're going to check it on the length on her to make sure that you get the length right. That's good. That's good. That will work. Okay, so when I do my scrap yarn, I'm actually going to cut my gray. I'm going to give my gray a cut. And I've got this much gray left, but I had a big cake of gray. So I want to get a different colorway going. Which colorway do I want? I still have this, so I'm going to work the rest of this, but I want to change the color that goes with it. Okay, gang, help me out. This is actually a dark purple. I know it looks kind of different, but let me see. This is a dark purple, or I have a yellow, which don't be, surprised because that yellow really works up nice. Or I have a pink, which is this one. And now let me show you. Okay, Squish says purple. I love this purple too. That was my first choice. Let me show you where I'm at right now. So Squish says purple. Thank you, Robin. Robin says purple too. Good. Okay. I'm going to do the purple. I got two purples, and that was the first one in my head. Okay, Kelly says pink. I'm going to go with pink next, Kelly. I'm going to do a little bit of purple, and then I'm going to move into pink. So let me see if I can find the middle. Oh, Lordy. I made this one so tight, and I don't know why. I don't know why the center retracted because it starts out with that. That doesn't make any sense. Oh well, I'm gonna just pull and yarn barf it. Here we go. Maybe. Oh, yeah. This is not great. There we go. Here's some yarn barf. Okay. Goodness gracious. Okay. I'm not sure what kind of yarn this is. It feels soft. You know what? I think that this might be a Mainstays. I think that's what that is. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just tie a magic knot. This purple is very thick, much thicker than the variegated that I'm using, which is fine. That's what I like about doing this too, because when I say very thick, I mean a solid 4. And this variegated is, it actually feels like a 3 in this spot, but like right here, it feels like a small 4. So I think it might, you know, might not be very thick in this one spot that I'm working on. So let's get this going. I've been doing the magic knots so much that I've gotten pretty good at them, and I can do them in the air, which is amazing because you know, you just, now I'm going to cut this and cut this one. All right, so let me get this going and we'll see how it works up. This is exciting. Let me see. I'm going to do this right here. Here we go. I'm probably putting Squish to sleep because it's so late on her end, and I'm not so sure about this end though. I mean, I'm doing it exactly the same every time, and yet I feel like it is going crooked on me. Ugh. Well, you know what? If it goes crooked on me, I'm just going to put a really thick border and nobody will know, maybe. Purple, then pink, then yellow. Okay, nice. Nice. I agree. Purple, pink, yellow. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you. I don't know. I don't know whether it's just the angle that I'm at. I haven't actually laid it flat just to measure, you know, or to see how it is working up. But here comes the purple. Look, can you see that? I don't know if you can see it. I'll do a couple more and then I'll hold it up to show you. I love having the dark colors and then, you know, contrast with the light colors. And I love having that, that difference there. So can you see how the purple is starting to make it nice? And yeah, it's going to be so pretty. I love the way this just changes colors. Almost beyond your control. I mean, obviously you're putting colors together, but you really don't know how they're going to mesh together until you get them going. And then as each row, you know, row upon row, and how it changes colors and goes into something else, it just feels so organic. I'm just really loving it. Hey, Kathy, good to see you. And you're not late. You are right on time. Yeah. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Squish. I guess because I'm a finger painter from way back, I used to finger paint as a child and I loved it. And I loved having all the colors just spread all over the paper. I just, you know, I was never one that wanted to have, just blue right here and pink right here and red right here. And, I just wanted it all to swirl and, just be all happy together, all the colors all happy together. And yeah, that was me. I'm probably more of a Monet type. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is in the middle of my yarn and it's not a pretty knot. So I'm going to snip it. See that? Can you see that? So I'm just going to snip it and I'm going to do a magic knot right there. So that I have a prettier knot, because if I'm taking the time to do a magic knot for my connections, I'm not going to let this little piece of messy yarn connection go. And I know, that came from the factory. And I know that they're in a hurry. But, and I guess they make it that way so that you can spot it in case. But, yeah. So thanks for making it messy so I could spot it right away. And I think that there might be another one in here because I think I saw another one. But some yarns are like that. Some yarns are very naughty yarns. So, okay. There we go. So yeah, tomorrow, in my head, Thursdays were going to be for tutorials, but since Friday we're going to have a tutorial, I'm thinking I'm going to do something different for tomorrow. And so I guess you'll be as surprised as I will. Won't you? Yes, you will. When we come up with whatever plan we have for tomorrow. Did you guys get to catch the live help series yesterday? Oops, this is a single. I had some technical difficulties, and then for some reason, so let's see, I think we ended probably about like 11:30 yesterday morning, and it took until late last night for YouTube to process that live and actually get it out as a regular video. And I don't know why, because there were others that didn't take that long. But anyway, I don't know what's going on. But there were some technical difficulties, and I watched it again, and I see where there's several chunks of the video, the day, that was taken out or missing, I guess I should say. So I hope it still makes sense to everybody. Yeah, if you have a knot in an expensive yarn, yeah. Good morning, Linda. Nice to see you. And yeah, unfortunately, I guess, even in the factory, they, they come to the end of a yarn and then they just connect another one and move on. I guess it's all a bottom line thing for them. So, oh, I really like that coffee, and I really like that tumbler, because most of the time, by the time I get to actually talking with you guys, my coffee is cold. And so while I still like the flavor of it, and I don't mind cold coffee, it just doesn't have that yum factor, of the nice hot coffee. Well, what I do, Mary asks, how do I keep the two strands of yarn from tangling and twisting up? So I have one next to the other, and I just keep pulling on it. So it's like that. And then actually, as I'm crocheting, it does kind of twist a little bit. And what I've noticed is, it just works itself out. Because as I'm doing this and making this motion and everything, I do see the yarn is twisting a little bit, but I guess because I have my finger like this and I'm holding it like that, it helps to just keep the yarn together. I'm just keeping the yarn together like that. I don't know. I don't seem to have a problem with it. In my mind, and I've worked with double strands of yarn. I've actually worked with 4 strands of yarn before at a time and using a big Q hook. Now, talk about nice and thick and squishy and fast. That will work up so fast. That's a really neat pattern. I do recommend, if you do use a 4 strands of 4-weight yarn with a Q hook, I recommend that you go with like a half double crochet. If you do a double crochet, it makes it bigger faster, but then you have longer posts, which means bigger holes. So just saying, but I just, in my mind, this is 1 strand of yarn. And so I don't actually even think about it as I'm working it. It's a lot easier than it would appear. So, and look, here's another knot. Or is this the one that I just did? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm having a good time with you today, just crocheting. This hook is, it's a Clover Amore hook, and it's a size L as in Larry, but it is an 8.0 millimeter. So I found this at Hobby Lobby, actually in the store. I physically went in and found this hook. I also was able to find a K hook in the Amore, which I haven't been able to find online. So I was really thankful for that. So I went ahead and got that, because since I switched to the Clover Amore hooks, I haven't had a K hook. And that used to be one of my favorites. Oh, you just bought an L hook at Hobby Lobby. Awesome. Well, that's the size that I'm using. So it is really working out perfectly. Now, when I made my bag, I used a smaller hook. So I used a J hook, I believe. And so that is a tighter stitch, which I'm very fine with because it's a bag. So it holds up better in my mind. It's a little sturdier. It's a little tighter stitch. I'm okay with that. It is a very tightly woven feel. So when you hold it flat, it feels almost like a rug or a horse blanket kind of a feel, because it's that thick. Now this one, same strands of yarn, same type of stitch, but a larger hook, and it's more flexible. You can see how I can squish it together. It's more flexible, and yet it feels still so warm and so thick. So, but that's why I did the every other row of half double and single crochet, because I wanted the tightness of the single crochet, but I wanted the softness of the half double. So I just did it that way. But you know what? If you want to make a scrap blanket, make it any way you want. If you have a special stitch that you like, that you can just like whip through, no problem at all, go for that. Try it. I mean, you just never know what kind of thing you might come up with, especially if you're using, variegated and different color strands of yarn, and you're just putting them together in, so many different orders, and that you're not even, really giving it too much of a thought. You're just like, okay, purple next, and, going for it. I'm liking this purple, by the way. I like how I went from a very soft and I guess just very calm type of bluish, purplish, lavenderish to this nice deep purple. And I can't wait till I get a couple more rows in with this purple, because then that purple is going to really shine and it's going to be bold and it's going to be a nice bold strip. Yeah, I'm really liking it. So, all right, you guys, we're going on an hour. I figure I will stop right at an hour, but I sure have enjoyed crocheting with you. I would crochet with you all day long if I could. And if YouTube will let me, but I don't think they will, because I think they like to limit the length of your lives, and I think that it has to do with, because then they have to process it afterwards, and the longer it is, the longer it takes. So anyway, yeah, but I'm really liking this a lot. So I would like to learn some new stitches, but stitches like this just really let me just flow with it, you know? So what is your guys' favorite brand of yarn? Do you like the Premier or Lion brand? I've even gotten the you're just sitting there watching me crochet. Oh my goodness. Lori, pick up a hook, sister. Pick up a hook. I know, it's relaxing to watch somebody crochet, isn't it? It's like, it's almost hypnotic, you know? I even like watching myself crochet. It's because it's a rhythm. There's a rhythm that goes to the crochet that just is so satisfying to me. If only I could have like self-giving yarn. If the yarn would just like spit out at me at the right moment and I wouldn't have to pull it, I would really like it. You know, I've seen where people have taken the spindles and they've put their yarn on the spindle so the yarn just spins and they don't have to keep pulling it. I might have to get that. Okay, Kelly, you like the I love this yarn. I love that yarn too. So that's my absolute favorite. The peach blanket, the peach timeless baby blanket that I made, that I was showing you yesterday as a WIP. That is in the I love this yarn, and it is so soft. And do you know what? I had that timeless baby blanket tutorial on my channel, and now I can't find it. So I'm going to have to load it again today. So I don't know where it went. I mean, I don't know if it just disappeared, if it got, I have no idea what happened to it, because I'm pretty sure that that was after my, all of my videos disappeared. I'm not exactly sure. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put that timeless baby blanket tutorial up, and that will show you the instructions for how to make that blanket. And of course, it's still a WIP for me, but I am going to finish it because, wow, is that just the softest, prettiest blanket I've seen. So I'll put that tutorial back up on my channel so that you can see it. I know I had a request for it. And so I was going to just give that person the link, and I went looking for it so that I could get the link, and I couldn't find it. So, you know, what am I going to do? I'm just going to load it back up. I have no idea of knowing what happened to it, but I'll just load it back up, and there you go. So it should have been in my playlist of tutorials. It should have been in just the list of videos, period, and it wasn't. So anyway, All right, I'm at the end of this row, and so I am going to bid you goodbye and good day and good evening to those who are in the evening time. Oh, you still have to pull it when it's on a spindle? Oh, darn. Yeah. Oh, Gloria has tried lots of different kinds of yarn. Paint box and the mixed cotton are working for her at the moment. Oh, you can get very few USA yarns. So much more expensive there. Oh, sorry to hear that. That's a shame. That's a shame, Gloria. Alrighty, let's see. Yeah, I'm looking at the ends. They look pretty even. They look pretty even. So maybe it's okay. I don't know. Maybe it's just an illusion that I have. So yeah, I'm liking that purple a lot. And so look at this. I mean, it is really coming along. So kids are good for pulling yarn. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Oh my goodness. Sometimes they pull a little too much, maybe. So bye, everybody. And thank you, PJ. That's really nice. That just makes me really happy. Squish, have a good evening. Have a nice, restful night. And Gloria, have a good day. It's midday there for her, I think, or it's nearing 12, I think, right? And everybody else, have a wonderful day. And I will see you tomorrow. Not sure what I'm going to do. I might do an unboxing. We might say, I don't know. Let's see if it comes in. Anyway, everybody, stay safe and be kind and get hooking. And I'll talk to you later. Thanks for crocheting with me today. Had a lot of fun.